Jameson Williams makes his return to the Detroit Lions today, and that is going to be fantastic because that's going to open up a deep threat that we will have, take some of the pressure off of Amon-Ra St. Brown and open up some things underneath for Josh Reynolds and Khalif Raymond. We also have the issue of the missing Marvin Jones, and that leads me to the point of today's video. Should the Detroit Lions be interested, notice I didn't say trade for, but be interested in Chase Claypool? According to the Chicago Bears, they set him out yesterday. He did not even come to the stadium. They literally told the guy to stay home. And then he has already been informed that he will not play this coming Thursday in the Bears game. Now, I'll give you my thoughts at the end of this video, but this is coming from Jordan Schultz, and this is yesterday. Says sources, the Bears are looking to trade wide receiver Chase Claypool, asking for a 5th or 6th round pick in return. GM Ryan Poles has been actively calling teams, and he believes are in need or in market for a receiver. Claypool was acquired via a trade from the Steelers last season. He is inactive for today's game, and obviously that was yesterday. Now, that 2nd round pick that the Bears received for Chase Claypool, that the Pittsburgh Steelers received for Chase Claypool wind up turning into cornerback Joey Porter Jr. So that worked out. Got to keep the Porters in the family with Pittsburgh, so to speak. Now, Chase Claypool, according to ESPN, as I stated earlier, has already been ruled out. As you can see here, coming from ESPN, he was a 2nd round pick in 2020. That draft is becoming infamous for people who are not working out. This season, he has 4 receptions for 51 yards, 1 touchdown. In his career, had a very good 2 seasons in Pittsburgh. As a matter of fact, year 2, he was on my fantasy team. Then year 3, 4. In year 3, he wound up getting traded year 3, which was last year. So had about 451 yards. And then today, or this year, has 3 games out of the 4 played, has 4 receptions and 14 total targets for 51 yards and 1 touchdown. Now, Chase Claypool, before we go in and I give you my thoughts on what I think the Lions would do in this situation, let's take a look at his contract situation. So this year, his base salary is 2.9, almost $3 million. And that's pretty much, the Bears would have no dead cap if they were to trade or cut him. And he is an unrestricted free agent next year. So my thoughts, should the Detroit Lions be interested in Chase Claypool? I'm going to say no, they should not. Chase Claypool does not fit who this team is. He does not fit our identity. Now, Justin Rogers with the Detroit News, he had a thought, and I want to bring it in because I thought it was interesting. Here's what he had to say regarding the possibility of Chase Claypool. Says, no inside info on this, but I know another NFC North GM who has an affinity for big-framed, high-end athletes at receiver. Having something to prove is his cherry on top. Tyrell Williams, Perriman, Chark, and Mims, the Lions keep swinging for this piece. So that GM that he is referring to is our general manager, Brad Holmes. And while that is true, that Brad Holmes has done this, and I said that we wouldn't trade for Mims, and here we go trading for Mims. I don't think the Detroit Lions are going to trade for Chase Claypool. There's 2 reasons. One, I don't think he's going to get traded. He's going to be waived. They're going to waive him if they can't find a trade partner either this game or next. I don't think they're going to hold him to the trade deadline. I mean, they could, but I don't think they're going to do that. I think he'll be waived in the next few weeks. They're trying to get whatever they can, and I don't think they're going to get anything for him. And then, obviously, so he'll never make it to the Lions, and even if he did, I mean, could I see Brad picking him up? Based on what our GM does, I'm going to say no. Chase Claypool does not fit with the Detroit Lions, the identity of the Detroit Lions. He just does not fit. Not a gritty player, not willing to get down and dirty, too busy showboating, dancing, and all that other stuff, right? So being on TikTok, he doesn't fit. Now, as far as the trade, that's not going to happen. Now, if he was waived, he would never make it to the Detroit Lions because we are at the top of the league right now, one of the best teams in the league. Probably can't wait to see the power rankings, but I think in ranking alone, we have to be 5 or 6. So we would probably be mid to late 20s in the waiver priority order. So I don't even think he would get there, and I just don't see him. I don't think he's going to clear waivers, and I don't think we're going to trade for him. Could we use another body? I mean, okay, sure, but the return of Jameson Williams, from what I understand, has now taken the roster up to 53. So we would have to cut somebody or demote somebody or something like that. Well, somebody would have to get cut because I think the practice squad is full as well. And I just don't see Brad Holmes doing this mainly because, I mean, would he be a cheap deal? Yes. Would he be affordable? Absolutely. Would he be a body? Sure. But I just don't think he fits what our Detroit Lions are trying to do. So will he do this? But again, Brad Holmes surprised me before and traded for Denzel Mims when I didn't think he was going to do that. So we'll see. But leave your thoughts in the comments below. 2 things. 1, do you think we would trade and or pick him off waivers? I don't think so. Do you think that we would trade for him? And do you want Brad Holmes to trade for Chase Claypool? You know my answer. I would love to hear yours in the comments below. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions.